The KN95 is China's respirator standard, and they have a pretty global reach. Like an N95, the KN95 does not filter oil and is required to filter at least 95% of airborne particles. Head straps are not required, and most KN95 masks are bifold style with ear loops. The required maximum inward leakage is 8%. The maximum inhalation resistance allowed is slightly higher than the N95, which means that some KN95s might be difficult to breathe through. KN95s are made according to the GB 2626 2019 standard and certified by no one. Unique among the respirators I'm discussing in detail, KN95s allow self-attestation. That is, any company can manufacture and sell a mask, call it a KN95, without any official certification from a laboratory. This does not mean that all KN95s are crap. There are a number of trustworthy, reputable manufacturers that transparently publish the results of lab testing of their respirators. Hi y'all, it's future me. I thought it would be easy to find independent lab reports published by the most respected KN95 manufacturers. It wasn't. There was a press release from a consumer protection organization in September 2020 that claimed that 70% of the KN95 masks circulating in the US healthcare system did not meet the required filtration standards. So naturally, I tried to look in to see if there was any more recent research about how many KN95s circulating actually meet the filtration standards. I wasn't able to find anything. The CDC did release test results for a number of KN95 masks during the time of emergency respirator use authorizations in 2020, and a lot of them did meet the standards. However, you can see there are a number here that did not. You could use this information to an extent to guide your decisions, but ultimately it's 3 years out of date, so. The next standard I'll talk about in detail, the FFP2. Let's just say that it has a stronger certification process than the KN95 because it has any certification process. Despite that, FFP2 masks are constantly being recalled in the EU because so many of them don't meet the filtration standards when they're spot checked by different government bodies. This is a more strongly regulated respirator than the KN95, and so many of them are still not okay. I would be very wary of relying on any random KN95. Legit KN95s are required to have the GB 2626 2019 standard printed on the mask. So if it doesn't have that, that's not a trustworthy respirator. As a rule of thumb, if a respirator just says KN95, no regulation number, no name or logo of manufacturer, no extra information, that's not a trustworthy respirator. So you want KN95s that look like this, not like this. There are some KN95 manufacturers that fit testers have had good results with, so I would say it's probably fair to assume that these meet the claimed filtration performances. KN95s are ultimately unregulated in the one-way masking situation that so many of us unfortunately find ourselves in. Please wear the best respirator that you have access to. I'm sorry, I wish I had more satisfying guidance about KN95s.